All right, today we're going to look at the who, which dress up, and we're going to think critically about it. You guys have learned how to do the who, which dress up, but we've got a little bit of work to do on them. And so I want you to really pay attention to what makes a good who, which dress up. So let's take a look at a couple of good examples first. These come from actual student work on the last assignment. It says the party, which was for Amanda's 8th birthday, lasted for hours. Now the things that I want you to notice about this is that first of all, the party right here is a thing, and the word which refers back to the last thing that we just read, which was the party. And then the actual which phrase begins with a comma, ends with a comma, so that's done correctly. And then it doesn't just say one adjective describing the party. It has a big, long description. It was for Amanda's 8th birthday. There's no way to put the Amanda's 8th birthday party. Well, I guess I could put Amanda's 8th birthday party lasted for hours, but at least we have a lot more information in here than just one little adjective. And then it continues, the party lasted for hours. The sentence that they started with, you can tell, is the party lasted for hours. And then they plopped in this who, which right into the middle of the sentence there. So that's a pretty good one. Now let's take a look at another. It says the party which I planned lasted for hours. Again, we have the party being a thing, which refers right back to it. It tells you a little bit more about the party than just an adjective, and then it continued on. It lasted for 5 hours, and this person put in an exact description of how long it lasted. All right, now let's take a look at some examples that weren't so good, and if I show you one that you wrote, don't stress out about it. There were many examples that I could have chosen to put on the video. This is just to help us learn, so nothing to make anybody feel bad. It says, my dad raced his motorcycle who was trying to win a race at the park. So what we notice here is that their original sentence was, my dad raced his motorcycle at the park. So that's a good sentence to start with. But then they plopped in this who, which dress up right after the word motorcycle, and the who, remember, is going to refer, the who or the which is going to refer back to the last thing that was said in the sentence. So they're calling the motorcycle a person that's trying to win a race. What they really are talking about is that the dad is trying to win the race, but in order to do that, you'd have to put this who, which right here after dad, not after motorcycle. So it should say, my dad, who was trying to win a race, raced his motorcycle at the park. The other thing that I would like to see done in this sentence is it's very redundant to say race and raced in the same sentence like that. It's just too repetitive. So that's my suggestions for that one. The next one, my dad raced on a motorcycle, which was very colorful. Okay, here we have the original sentence, my dad raced on a motorcycle. Nice job there. And then they put a comma, which is good. And then they have which refers back to the motorcycle, which is right before it. They are talking about the motorcycle here in their who, which clause. But the only thing they're telling you about their motorcycle is that it's colorful. You do not even need to write all this stuff to talk about the motorcycle being colorful. All you have to do is put the word colorful right here before the motorcycle. My dad raced on a colorful motorcycle. Sounds much better than saying my dad raced on a motorcycle which was very colorful. And you can put the word very right here before colorful as well. But that's just a waste to use one word basically to describe an adjective, to describe the thing that's being talked about there. Here's another one. My dad, who is 40 years old, raced his motorcycle. So the original sentence was my dad raced his motorcycle. Nice job there. And then they put in the who, which, starting with a comma, ending with a comma. Excellent job. Everything's spelled correctly. You know, this is and really these sentences where I'm showing you the suggestions, there's a lot of good things that we could say about them. Having to do with spelling, they knew where to put the commas, capitals at the beginning, periods. It's just the who which that really needs some work. So my dad, who is 40 years old, now there's, again, just like this last one, having colorful about the motorcycle, this is kind of a waste of a who which. What you could easily say without doing a who which is my 40-year-old dad raced his motorcycle. So this word dad would go right there, and we don't need this. Just say my 40-year-old dad raced his motorcycle. If you could take the who which and get rid of it real easily and have it sound really nice, really great without the who which, you're probably not doing a good job on your who which. You need to pick something that's going to give a little bit more information of describing whatever the who which comes after. Okay, now what your job is on a piece of paper, I'd like you to, when I'm done talking here, you're going to pause the video. You're going to read this who which sentence, this one in blue down here at the bottom. Don't forget to put your number dash name at the top and write down this as your title of your paper right up there. Put the date, and then very neatly I would like you to copy this sentence onto your paper, and then underneath where you copy it, I'd like you to write a few sentences that explain your thinking about this sentence. I'd like you to critically analyze the sentence and talk about, maybe some good things, what you like about it, and some things that could be improved and how you would change it and make it better. So try not to be in too big of a hurry to, say, oh, if I could only just write 2 sentences, or do I have to write this much? It's not going to take you very long to write your analysis of the sentence here. Take the time to write an extra sentence or 2 and really tell a lot of deep thinking that you could share about this sentence to show that you watched the video and that you really understand what makes a good who which sentence and how to improve ones that are not really done that well. All right, so you're going to pause the video. Let me get rid of all this mess all over it. Right here, I'm going to clear all the writing so that you can then just see it clearly. And again, here's your sentence right here. Pause the video so you can take a look at it and write your analysis of that sentence using the ideas that I taught you in this video.